Public should expect me to just go out there and whoop ass, be an athlete, be a monster, be that dog. You want to talk about a dog? I'm him, I'm that dog. My opponent is Gregoris Cisneros. He's from Venezuela. I fought him a year ago and I beat him. I choked him out in the first round. You know, this is bare knuckle, so it's all stand-up game, but I'm gonna beat him down. I'm gonna beat him down bad. I'm gonna get my hand raised at the very end, and I'm gonna go until that bell rings or until someone pulls me off of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cub the Savage Hawkins!
The reigning king, Cub Hawkins, the man with the belt, the power, and the ferocity that has kept him at the top. To hold that title is to carry the weight of every warrior who's come before. And Hawkins wears it with the pride of a champion. But he knows, as every true fighter does, that the belt is only borrowed, and tonight, Cisneros wants to take it. Two warriors entered the Trigon tonight, but only one could leave with the belt. Hawkins, the reigning champion, versus Cisneros, the relentless challenger.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. 6 3-minute rounds for the BYB Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. So, South Florida, Pembroke Pines, I need you all to get up out of your seats, raise your drinks high, and get wild! Let's meet the fighters. First, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing the black and white trunks, he stands 5 feet, 11 inches tall. He weighed in at 174.6 pounds. He holds a bare knuckle record of 3 victories versus just 1 defeat. And he fights out of Cleveland, Ohio, by way of Sucre, Venezuela, introducing the legacy of God, Gregoris Cisneros. And his opponent, the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Wearing the white trunks with black trim, he stands 5 feet, 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 174.2 pounds. He holds a perfect, undefeated bare knuckle record of 5 victories, opposite no defeats, and he fights out of Madison, Wisconsin, by way of Chicago, Illinois, introducing the current, the reigning, the defending BYB Light Heavyweight Champion of the World, Cub the Savage Hawkins. Our referee in charge for this main event, Christopher Young.
All right, gentlemen, you know what time it is. For the light heavyweight BYB championship. Fight hard, fight clean, touch them up.
Christopher Young, our referee. Title fights 6 by 3. Scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds.
Which one are you ready? Which one are you ready?
Getting reacquainted. Here we go. I think that's wise. White trunks for the champion, silver and black. Or maybe white black if you want to give that to Gregoris Cisneros, the legacy of God. 2-1 in the Trigon, 3-1 is Cisneros in his bare knuckle career.
Cisneros trying to hold the center Trigon. Good shot there.
Avoided though.
Well, with that, oh, he walked into that one. That one hurt him. He's got to be careful.
Yep.
Got a bit too aggressive there. Cisneros doing a good job of holding his ground and trying to just sit on those heavy shots. While Cub trying to change range and get Cisneros to lose that position. So far, he has not lost that position.
That one that Cub just took would have finished the fight. And a bunch of other fights.
It has.
Yeah. Yep. You're right. Championship fight. Venezuela against the U.S. Cisneros and Hawkins.
where's more motivation go? The guy that lost the first time or the guy that won the first time? Right? In the MMA, Cisneros got choked out, but he is really putting some heavy artillery here on Cub. But Cub thought he was done punching. He came up, he got hit. Cub staying calm though.
Wow. He's down. Scored the knockdown with some crazy fast hands.
I think Cub was waiting for Cisneros to get done punching, and when he got done punching, he came up and got hit with another right hand, which then motivated Cisneros to throw another combination.
Cisneros letting those hands fly. I'm sure his cardio is on point, but what a pace he has set early. Scores the first knockdown of this title matchup.
Just looks a little bit out of it. I don't know if it's something Cisneros is doing, or maybe he knows Cisneros has a good punching power if we haven't felt it before in the MMA fight. There's a mental block there for Cub. He usually is more assertive himself. Yeah. He's not seen that in this fight so far.
Under 30 seconds on the clock here in round one. Cub a wrestler since age 4. 15. Great start for Gregoris Cisneros.
Oh, big shot at the belt.
My!
Wow, what a big shot at the belt.
And that was at the belt.
I don't know what he's complaining about. He said Cub stepped on his foot. I mean, that happens. I mean, it's a trick that happens where you step on the opponent's foot so he can't step back while you're throwing your big shot from your cross, either your straight left or your straight right, depending if you're righty or lefty, where you step on the foot of the lead foot of the opponent so he can't step back and ride with it. It might have happened, but it's not necessarily a penalty because it can also be made to look accidental.
We can't let him dictate that distance like that. So
Cisneros was all over Hawkins early. And then the latter part of the round,
he's lucky that was the end of the round. It might have been over because he was hurt.
here's the end of the round, Paulie.
We don't have the feet here, but we got the right hand. That's all. That's the biggest shot. We didn't get to see the feet there.
I think he stepped on his foot after the punch, at least trying to look from that angle. Nonetheless, a knockdown scored in round one.
If he stepped on his foot after the punch, I don't know if he would be complaining to the ref, right?
Exactly. Cubs away.
And that might have been the confidence builder he needed there.
Yes.
Also, Cisneros is kind of fortunate because luckily it was the end of the round for him, because he takes that shot in the middle of the round, he might get finished off with it. Now it's Cub who's trying to assert himself, and Cisneros still trying to get his bearings back.
Cub coming with those punches over the top, switches to southpaw. Cisneros poured it on early. Hawkins looks unfazed as we start round two. Big swing and a miss from Cub Hawkins.
Posturing here, valid for position.
Switching that stance again, looking for that quick over the top to land. Nice jab.
Cisneros does a good job of holding positions. Cub does all this, trying to see if he can break up your position or lean in or something. But Cisneros does a good job, and Cisneros actually slipping a couple of good shots on the inside as well.
That was a good one that he just slipped. Wide stance utilized by Cisneros.
The problem with Cisneros is he's a good two-flat footer. He doesn't come back with anything himself when he gets Cub missing those lungy shots.
That's the first attack started by Cisneros since the knockdown midway through the first ball.
That's the blessing and curse of a flat-footed fighter. Is, if they get those shots off, they're dangerous, but they will not throw unless they feel perfectly set. And there's a lot of posing when it comes to big flat-footed punchers a lot of times. I think that's what Cub is doing with all these games he's playing, these bounces. I think he's trying to prevent Cisneros from staying set or being set in range.
Good shot, good counter. Cub's throwing some heat here.
Oh, big jab.
Oh, my goodness. That snapped his head back.
Yeah, Cub walked into that one.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You want to continue? Okay. Put your mouthpiece in. Good fit. All right.
Cub just made it a 9.
Did just make it.
This is a fight of momentum, really.
Look at the clock. It's in the favor after that big punch landed by Cisneros of Cub Hawkins. If he can get out of this round.
10 seconds, Jimmy, 10 seconds.
This is going to be another Cisneros round with the knockdown.
Let him get a little ice on you, let him take a look at the ice. You're good, you're good. Hey.
I got it.
Hey, nothing else matters at this point. It's only what we do from here on out. Only what we do from here on out.
Sigue lo mismo, ¿eh? Sigue lo mismo. No te desesperes, más joven, tienes 3 rounds más, ya ganaste los 2. ¿Vale? El cabrón está buscando un golpe de suerte. He's looking for a lucky shot. Ahí, tira. ¿Vale? ¿Está bien?
All the hard work, Nick, right now.
Yeah.
Come on.
$10-8, 10-8. That said, Cub Hawkins has never gone the distance. He has finished all 5 of his bare knuckle wins. He's in the white, silver, and black for the challenger. This fight's scheduled for 6 rounds for the BYB light heavyweight belt.
Oh, there.
Big overhand right from Cub Hawkins.
Yeah, he fainted downstairs and got Cisneros up top. That's the thing, you look at just the scorecard, you see 2 10-8 rounds for Cisneros. You think it's a one-sided fight, but Cub almost had Cisneros gone.
Yes.
In the round 1.
And he's looking to get him gone here, Paulie.
Yeah, he's throwing him with some heavy intentions here.
For lack of a better way to properly say it.
Last time he heard Cisneros, he was actually with his back to the corners. Let's see here. Cisneros a little bit more apprehensive to try to go for the finish when he's got Cub trapped in the corner now this time. Oh, good shots there, though.
Cub trying to get out of trouble.
He shot down to goes Cub again.
4, 5, 6,
Third knockdown scored by Cisneros. Cubs up.
Check your continue. You gotta protect yourself. Go over there. All right. Fight.
But he gets up and he doesn't look like a fighter who's been knocked down 3 times.
It's a tough proposition. He's got to come up with some ideas here. Cisneros is imposing himself here physically. Has commanded that center trigon and really commanded the real estate. Cub has tried various techniques to circle around and use little fancy moves and whatnot, but he has not been able to really take control of the trigon.
And the one big shot he landed was at the belt. Cub needs to stay out of that corner.
Cub also has to punch with Cisneros here. You can't just, yeah, there it is right there. That was it right there, just as I said it. And he hurt Cisneros. That was just what I was saying. He said, and Cisneros punches right back. Cisneros punches back with him. Gets to the point where you got to take that chance, though. And both guys took that chance. Cub first took the chance, had an advantage, but Cisneros came right back.
4th knockdown scored by the legacy of God.
Cisneros trying to hold that position. Not the butt position, remaining dangerous.
Clock ticking down, round 3. Bouncing out of that corner, they were both throwing. Cub, big time.
Yeah, that was almost a knockdown there, and Cub started getting the advantage, but Cisneros shot right back with a short, straight right hand. Again, when in those exchanges, the shorter, tighter punches are very advantageous. You also got to have those exchanges. You got to make sure you're punching not with your head in the air, with your chin down, because in exchanges, punches are flying all over the place. Short shots, chin low. Cub was a little bit high with the chin, and Cisneros threw the short, straight shot.
A lot of heart shown by Cub Hawkins. A lot of offense showcased by Gregoris Cisneros from Sucre, Venezuela. BYB light heavyweight belt on the line, round number 4. White and black, Cisneros, white for the champ, who's got a lot of catching up to do. But he can catch up with a knockout. Oh, right hand and a left as he worked his way back up. Cub avoided. Nice catch with the mouthpiece for Gregoris. Cub avoided the counter that time, Paul.
He's got him backing up, and that's what he wants. He wants Cisneros, when he starts holding his ground, is a bit more dangerous. Gets Cisneros backing up. You take away his effectiveness. Cub had him backing up a little bit there. Now Cisneros starting to get his bearings back. Cub has to keep trying to back up Cisneros. Then if you Cisneros is kind of flat for the guy. You back him up, he's not the same. There he goes down.
Down, mouthpiece out.
Flat-footed punches tend to be very ineffective if you can back them up. It's just sometimes can be difficult to back them up.
Cub is on the board.
All right, walk this way. All right, champ.
You saw when he's backing up, he's just not effective. Let's see if Cub can keep this advantage here.
The champ scores the knockdown here in round 4. And Cub aggressive again, backing up. Got hit, trying to avoid. Boom, another right hand, and another knockdown for Cub Hawkins.
Punch with him, Goldie. He punched with him again there. Brought him in and he punched with him. That was a difference. That's the difference from what he wasn't doing before. He was not punching with Cisneros.
4-2 on the knockdown chart.
Cisneros trying to stay on the front foot again because he knows if he gets backed up, that he's ineffective again.
He got rocked. Cub just missed.
Cub has to be careful with his chin in the air, though. He's flying in with his chin in the air. Remember, Cisneros has those little short, straight shots.
30 seconds, round 4. Title fight scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds.
Yeah, okay, all right. You okay?
Poke. Yeah, back to the right poke.
Need a break. So we ready to go?
Break might actually help.
I know.
Seems like he's fading a little bit, so he might take his time. It might be smarter to take his time.
Round's gonna end.
Yeah, but then you get the break in between as well. The clock's gonna stop right now. Yeah, the break, but
about 12 seconds or so.
Ready to go?
Yeah, might be what Cisneros needs.
All right. Time in. Watch the fingers, watch the fingers.
2 knockdowns scored in this round by the champion.
10 seconds, Jimmy, 10 seconds.
4 knockdowns scored so far in this title fight by the challenger. Final seconds of the round.
The first knockdown of that round, Cub dropped him twice. You get a nice combination there. Cub starting to get off the schneid with that one, and then might be the same shot here. Now, this was where Cisneros started backing up Cub all the way to the corner, and you got Cub trapped. Before, earlier in this fight, Cub would not throw back here. And Cisneros would keep throwing, but there, Cub threw with him. Cisneros going all offense, disregarded his defense, and Cub surprised him when he pounced.
Doesn't matter, we'll figure it out afterwards. We need this round.
Look at me, look at me.
Right.
Good adjustment made there by Cub Hawkins. Let's see in the last round how this goes here. This fight's been going back and forth. This could be an epic one that needs a rematch.
You got that
especially
right.
if we get another, especially if we get as good of a 5th round as we've had each of these other rounds. These guys have been down every round.
Round 5. Title fights, 6 rounds. The champion scoring 2 knockdowns in round number 4. Never gone the distance. In fact, this is the first time he's been pushed to round 5. Remember at the top of the show we talked about all the intangibles possessed by the Savage? That's why you see a guy survive what he has survived. Big swing and a miss there, Paul.
Yeah, he's not easy to get rid of. He looked like he was well on his way out earlier in this fight.
Yep.
Remain resilient.
Good jab. A lot of switching of the stance from Hawkins here in the 5th. Cisneros might want to be a little bit more cautious. Seeing what happened last time he trapped Cub in the corner.
Also, keep in mind, Cisneros is probably mathematically ahead. It's up to Cub to take the chances.
No question.
Cisneros probably should realize the math in this fight. Realize he doesn't have to take the crazy chances. It's up to Cub to have to create something.
Cub covers up.
Let's see, Cub punches with him. Let's see.
Cisneros throwing a lot of punches here. Cub trying to throw back, body shot.
That might have sealed it.
Puts him down.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk to the chair. Ready to go?
That is one
All right,
tough
ready to go. Turn around. Turn around. Let's go.
110 on the clock here in the 5th. 5-2 on the knockdown chart. Legacy of God with 5, Cub with 2 in the last round. Jab, right.
Both guys are marked up.
Big time.
Cub is letting him go now. Heavy artillery. Takes another big shot. That right hand again from Cisneros.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He's up.
Welcome here.
Again, we're talking about mental toughness, right?
Yeah.
What a short leash, okay?
Unbelievable.
Protect yourself. Fight.
Cisneros has got to be saying, thought he was the Savage, not the Terminator.
Not only that, I mean, Cub just walks back so nonchalantly as if he just get knocked down so many times, you know? And he's still fighting down. He knocks the mouthpiece out of the mouth of Cisneros.
Yep. Cub, big left, big right.
Down again, and they stop it.
It is all over. Gregoris Cisneros is the new BYB light heavyweight champion.
I guess Cristiano doesn't know how much time is left, so he does the thing that, you know, safety first for a referee. But there's only a few seconds left, man. Cub is gonna probably wish he could have gone the distance, but Young doesn't have the clock in his hands. You see a guy going down that many times, and eventually it is what it is. Cub is very, very disappointed. He doesn't even want to shake the hand of Cisneros.
Crazy that the mouthpiece of Cisneros
Keep coming out, right?
kept coming out, and then he finishes it.
Yeah, a big right hand from Cub that knocked the mouthpiece out of Cisneros' mouth. And then he came back with a big shot. Cisneros, they're checking on his nose as well.
Our fight of the night, the one we just witnessed. Brought to you by AMG, Accident Medical Group, partnered with Yuli Diaz. The new champion is Gregoris Cisneros. And Christopher Young stops it on knockdown number 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Christopher Young calls a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 58 seconds of round number 5, declaring your winner by TKO and the new BYB Light Heavyweight Champion of the world, the legacy of God, Gregoris Cisneros.
2 seconds on the clock in the 5th round, and Cisneros finishes the fight and becomes the new BYB Extreme Light Heavyweight Champion of the world.